Welcome to Edupedia World. In this video, we will discuss method of classification and statistical series. Next, we come to methods of classification. Statistical data can be classified according to their characteristics. It can be grouped on the following basis. First, according to time, chronological classification. The collected data are grouped with reference to time, such as years, months, weeks, etc. These are classified normally in ascending order of time, but in certain cases, one can decide even by descending order time. For example, population of India. In the year 1951, it's 35.7 crores. In 1961, it's 43.8 crores. In 1971, it's 54.6 crores. In 1981, it's 68.4 crores. And in 1991, it's 81.8 crores. It's in ascending order. It can be also written in descending order. First, then come 1991, and the population is 81.8 crores, 1981 68.4 crores, and so on. Next method of classification is according to area, geographical classification. The collected data are grouped with reference to locational or geographical division such as countries, states, cities, districts, colonies, etc. These are classified either in the alphabetical order for reference or order of size of the value for immediate comparison. Let us see the following example. In table A, the countries are written in the alphabetical order and the yield of wheat in kg per acre is given. America 1925, Brazil 127, China 893, Denmark 225, France 439 and India 862. In the second table, we can see all the figures are in descending order. First, it starts with America, that is 1925 kg. Then comes China, 893 kg. Then India, 862 kg. France, 439 kg. Denmark, 225 kg. And Brazil, 127 kg. That the names of the countries do not appear in the alphabetical order in example B. So, this is the classification according to area. Next classification is according to attributes, that is qualitative classification. Data are grouped with reference to quality or attributes which cannot be measured, such as nationality, literacy, employment, religion, etc. In this case, the basis of classification is either presence or absence of an attribute. Let's take an example of a population here. First stage of classification is called twofold classification, which is based on presence and absence of the attribute, that is male or not male, that is females. Second and third stage of classification are called manifold classification, where each class is divided into two classes on the basis of one attribute, that is employment, and then each class is further divided into two subclasses on the basis of second attribute, that is martial status. Attributes should be very clearly defined to avoid confusion in classification. Thus, in the following example, number 1 is classified as married employed male, while number 2 is unmarried employed male. Next, we come to classification according to magnitudes or variables. Quantitative classification. The collected data are grouped with reference to characteristics which can be measured and numerically described, such as height, weight, sales, import, age, income, etc. This type of classification is made in the formation of statistical series. Here, let's take an example of number of workers having income group 100 to 199, 200 to 299, 300 to 399, 400 to 499 and 500 to 599. It's 15, 27, 58, 72 and 40 respectively. Thus, there are 15 workers in the income group of rupees 100 to 199, 27 workers in the income group of rupees 200 to rupees 299 and so on. Statistical series. According to Professor Connor, if two variable quantities can be arranged side by side so that measurable difference is the one corresponds with measurable differences in the other. The result is said to form a statistical series. Another definition by Professor H. Sechrest: a series as used statistically may be defined as things or attributes of things arranged according to some logical order. Series or seriation is a logical and systematic arrangement of items into a particular order or sequence in different classified categories, while classification is concerned with the division of the data into various groups. Thus, statistical series are prepared to present the collected and classified data in a properly arranged way. Types of series. Statistical series can be classified in the following way. First, on the basis of general character. Time series on the basis of time. Spatial series on the basis of space. And condition series on the basis of condition. Next, on the basis of construction. First, series of individual observation. Second, discrete series. And third, continuous series. Discrete series and continuous series are combinedly called frequency distribution. Series on the basis of general character. First, time series. A series of value of some variable according to successive points in time is called time series. Data are presented with reference to some time unit, that is year, month, week or day. Let's take an example of a sugar production of a factory in a particular year. Here in the table, the year from 2005 to 2011 is given, and the production of the sugar is given in a particular year. This is known as time series. Next, we come to spatial series. A series of value of some variable according to geographical division of the universe under study is called a spatial series or geographical series. Data are presented with reference to some geographical division, that is country, state, city, town, village or colony. Here let's take an example of per capita income of a particular country. In this table, the country name is given, that is USA, France, Japan, Canada, India, and per capita income of a particular country is given. This formation is called spatial series. Next, condition series. A series of value of some variable made according to a condition is called condition series. Data are presented with reference to some condition, that is height, age, weight, income, etc. For example, weekly income of 100 workers. Here income is the condition. In the particular table, the number of workers is given and in which income group they fall, it is given. Like 35 workers are fall in 500 to 900 category, 25 workers fall in 1000 to 1499 category, 15 workers fall under 1500 to 1999 category, 20 workers fall in 2000 to 2499 category, and 5 workers fall in 2500 to 2999 categories. This is called condition series. Series on the basis of construction. After collection and classification of data, it is most important job now to construct the data in an arranged order, that is the formation of series for further study of presentation, analysis and interpretation. This arrangement can be done in three ways: series of individual observation, discrete series and continuous series. First, we will take series of individual observation. Mass data in its original form is called raw data or unorganized data, which can be arranged in any of the following ways: serial order of alphabetical order, ascending order or descending order. The mass data, when put in ascending or descending order of magnitude, is called an array. A series of individual observation is a series when items are listed singly after collection. They are not listed in groups. Suppose an investigator has obtained the following information from a factory about the payment of daily wages of 10 workers, which is an unorganized form, that is a raw data, as shown in table number 1. In the second table, it is arranged in serial order. In third table, it is arranged in ascending order. And in fourth table, it is arranged in descending order. This is how series of individual observation is done. Before discussing anything about frequency distribution, it is advisable to know the following important terms of frequency distribution, under which the two types of distribution are grouped. The two types are discrete frequency distribution and continuous frequency distribution. Terminology of frequency distribution. Examine the following two sets of illustration to clearly understand the basic terminology of frequency distribution. First, series is a systematic arrangement of items into a particular order or sequence in different classified categories, as set 1 for children in families and set 2 for heights of students. Next, frequency. The number of times given value in an observation appears is the frequency. For example, in the following sets there are 25 families having no child and 8 families having 4 children, and 10 students in the group of 64 inch to 66 inch and 16 students in group of 58 inch to 60 inch, etc. So the frequency of families having no child is 25, frequency of families having 4 child is 8, frequency of students in the group of 64 inch to 66 inch is 10, and frequency in the group of 58 inch to 60 inch is 16. Next, class frequency. The number of values in each of the quantitative classes is called the class frequency. For example, out of the 5 classes of set 2 students in a group of 58 inch to 60 inch are 16 students, and students in a group of 62 inch to 64 inch are 4. So the class frequency of the class 58 inch to 60 inch is 16, and of 62 inch to 64 inch is 4. There is no instance of a class is set 1. Total frequency. The sum total of the frequencies is known as the total frequency. For example, the total 130 and 57 in our set 1 and in set 2. Next, frequency distribution. The distribution of observation over several values is called frequency distribution. For example, set 1 is the frequency distribution of children in families, and set 2 is the frequency distribution of heights of students. Next, class. It is decided group of magnitude, for example, 56 inch to 58 inch, 100 to 200, 10 to 19, 4 to 8, etc. Upper and lower limits of the classes. The lowest and the highest magnitudes which form the boundaries of a class are known as the upper and lower limits respectively. For example, for a class of 62 to 64, 62 is the lower limit and 64 is the upper limit. Thus, in the first column of set 2, left hand side magnitudes 56, 58, 60, 62 and 64 are the lower limits, and right hand side magnitudes 58, 60, 62, 64 and 66 are the upper limits of their respective class. Next, class interval. The magnitude spread between the lower and upper class limit is called class interval. It is the span or width of a class which can be obtained by finding the difference between the upper and lower limits of the class. For example, for class 64 inch to 66 inch, the class interval is upper limit minus lower limit, that is 66 minus 64 equals to 2. The class interval in this case is 2. Next, midpoint. The mid value which lies halfway between the lower and upper class limit is known as midpoint. Thus, in the class of 62 to 64, the midpoint is 64 plus 62 divided by 2, which comes 63. Calculated midpoints are the most important values as being the representatives of the classes and are taken for use in further statistical calculation. And the last, variable. The quantity which varies from one individual to another is known as variable or variate. Quantitative characteristics such as income, height, weight, number of units sold, etc. are variables. A variable may be either discrete or continuous. Thank you for watching Edupedia World videos.